I would say, very questionable form.
Agree.
It's nice that we kind of have, or at least we hope to have at the end of this series, 2 of those 3 like top dog teams in good form for EWC.
Yeah, topping their group as well. When you consider who's already top Group A, it's Gamer Legion, Falcons in Group B, and this is, of course, a Group C matchup. We have Group D tomorrow, but let's find out who's going straight to playoffs. Team Vitality, Bait, best of 3, and we're into Mirage. Never an easy pick in a veto like this for Bait. Even they weren't confident enough to pull cash out. A map we've yet to see Vitality get played. Seen some great moments from Sizzy on this map. That's a fake, but still looks like there's some pressure on A. They're coming up connector with this A utility. Bomb getting retrieved for a B hit, and they're going through the window. Nice shot.
Apex not able to deal with both of them. Still, losing Apex and seeing that routing has actually sent ZywOo back over towards B. He was beginning a rotation. He was out towards the market. But you see where Bait were trying to run, and ZywOo has come back.
God.
That is a phenomenal start to his pistol round, but it ends after the 1. Bomb now planted and into a retake for Vitality. 3 through the market.
Julies are going to pounce. Vitality shift out the window. Rob's holding this re-swing, and the Julies go wide. Nice kill, but Essentials on his own. Back in the market. They haven't got on that bomb yet. They want the kill, and they're going to get it. Straight up headshot comes in for Mezzy. It's a team ace from Team Vitality. What a shot from ZywOo as well, dude.
Right? Like, it just it gets you kind of excited about what he might be bringing to the table today. That's clean as it gets. 2-bullet, dual Beretta kill onto a player at short.
We've also just seen great form out of Apex in the last few months. I think he's really stepped up. You know, when we're in a kind of era where we see IGLs have to improve their fragging capabilities. There are a few exceptions to the rule, but Apex is not one of them. It's definitely had some great events recently. 4 rifles for Vitality. Maybe expecting this force buy out of Bait, but it's just the Deagles with Kenzizor's favorite weapon, the revolver. He's been doing this a lot as of late. Full hydration break.
Have you ever really seen it work, Hugo?
No, I see him try it a lot, but I've seen a couple of kills, like maybe 6 months ago, but hey, I'm here for it. What have you got? Let's stay on Kenzizor.
Kind of sick, like being the only guy to use this gun.
Maybe a reason you're the only guy, but I just want to see if he can do anything.
Go on.
Bait those Glocks.
Come on.
Ooh. Oh, there it is.
Oh! Yo!
One
Kenzizor.
more.
It's high noon. Let's go.
Draw.
This is kind of hype. Kenzizor 2 to the good on the R8. Just how do you get anything else?
Nice, dude. He was locked in there, wasn't he? Couldn't get out the box. The jump shot. Not going to happen. I like that he tried there, Harry. 2 kills with the R8. That's like probably setting a record, honestly, in Tier 1 CS already. It's been a while. I guess JL, is it JL who has the best highlight on the B side of Dust? I'm pretty sure. Either way, guns come out now for Bait. Double window spam for Vitality. Not letting any safe passage behind the boxes, but Bait are delayed on their mid-take. Letting Vitality burn everything here in middle. Looking like Vitality want to re-hit mid, though. 3 players on the edge of it. Apex set up with a flash, but it's very quiet in the middle of the map.
We got a B hit building for this bait squad. And Mezzi's been very suspicious about the apartments this entire time. Dropped a bit of extra util the way of Rops earlier. Now Rops has come back to join him. Util's good, forces Mezzi, but will survive this reposition. And now as Apex arrives on rotation, Bait might make it out of the apartments. How much further can they go? If they get past Apex, a route to a 2v2 opens up. Sizzy, important kill. And that's going to give rise to a bomb plant.
Split up here, Vitality. They've got to wait for ZywOo to get in position. Flames, he won't play. Sizzy has his position locked out, so ZywOo really needs to force a kill here. Flames, he might go in first, still just to set up his teammate with the information. There's ZywOo spotted. Flamesy tries to finish the job. They've seemed to have figured out Sizzy could be close, but Flamesy can't hold on, and they both fall. Bait pick up that post plant. A really nice 2v3 in that B bomb side, despite a lot of damage done on the hold. Can't believe Mezzi got away with that final bullet headshot before he was deleted. And even though Apex found good timing backside, he then just got played with. They wouldn't give him the kill, and he gets scaled on by Sizzy. Surprised to see him caught off guard in that position. A high-risk move that does not pay off for Team Vitality.
I do think for Bait, there is kind of this pressure to perform on their map pick just straight away.
Yeah.
Get a little bit nervous, right? If this one goes against you, you're going into Inferno. Vitality's pick in the series. And so getting on the board early, nice way to start off Mirage. They try looking back at this B site again.
Uh-oh.
This time a ZywOo scout gonna get the ball rolling. But a lot more required from ZywOo. He gets caught out.
Nice jiggles.
Dude, the util's been nice as well, always making Vitality very uncomfortable. Just a molly onto the bench, and it kind of scattered the whole site setup for Vitality.
Yeah, already looking like we're going to see a lot of B hits in this T side for Bates. Seeming very comfortable there. Even though Vitality had a stack, they knew what was going on. Beta able to trade easily. And Flames is just trying to save this SMG. Because Vitality's money is ruined here in round 5. So one save, but Beta in control of this game now. It's Vitality will have to come up with the answers.
They had one flash to make a move with. They've done so early. And if you're Flames there, you kind of wanted the ramp fight from that. So not expecting much in this one for Vitality. They see the full A exec, and Bait have an empty bomb site just to move into. They're going to try a couple of little gimmicks here. Boost up through this gap in the smoke.
I'd love to see a run boost through this, but they just start charging together. Flames drops in. He gets a one. Wait a second. Hold up. This is a 2v2 out of nowhere. Tap for ZywOo. Can't finish what Flamesy started. He's found 2 frags in this round, but ZywOo is done for. And Bait stabilizing what was a terrifying post plant for a second. Whew. Don't want to be losing that round, do you?
No. Can't believe it got so close, but you know, that's Vitality for you. Do a good job of causing a lot of chaos. What was meant to be a composed round, Bait trying to keep everything under wraps by just throwing in an exec. And we still don't get to have an AWP for ZywOo. Sizzy, likewise, not donning his. And in the same way when they won that opening round over towards B, they just went right back to it. We're going to get back-to-back A hits now. Util comes in. Vitality not in the position to try and fight ahead of this util. This one might be down to a retake as well.
They've done a really good job at stalling the scaling out, though. Look how close Vitality are now, and there hasn't even been a bomb plant. These smokes are going to fade soon. Molly comes down onto default and triple. We've got problems here for Bait. They're not going to get this plant now. It's a minute on the clock with no util on the T side. They've got to fight their way out of this round, and Vitality are very aware of that, pulling back and letting Bait make the next move.
Starting to feel very, very awkward, isn't it? Again, you're just hoping that like someone fights you here so you can find a kill, kind of shore up a bomb plant. They will get one down, but they lose Alex in the process. Swing out from Mezzi as well over towards short. And this retake starting to happen. Essential trying to change that.
Okay.
And as Kenzazor gets aggressive, these two have good post plants now to play around this bomb. Flames, it's a tricky clutch. Smoke down, but never given the chance to use it. Bait were in a very uncomfortable position, but able to just kind of brute force their way into those post plants. Things get hard for Vitality all over again.
Yeah, advantage to Vitality, but the bomb actually getting down makes it very, very uncomfortable for them. You could see how Bait had no good positions until they took back jungle, so it was a nice call to walk, push in. They found the one part of the map Vitality weren't contesting for. And with 3 in CT, Vitality get rather little done. They had a 5v3. Bait are able to isolate. It's a weird round to lose for Vitality, but not a position you're in often. Bait already coming up with just a really good game plan out of the gate. Hitting B on the anti-ecos, back-to-back full AXX, not feeling the need to run this AWP. That can come later. It's one of the more default rounds we're seeing, and because Vitality are onto Deagles. Bait happy to take the challenge. Will Vitality take the bait?
And this is all looking to give rise to another one of these just kind of explosive finishes for the Bait squad. They've been given a lot of room. They have the mid control they were looking for. ZywOo gets that spot.
30 seconds.
Bomb still in top mid. Little nerve-wracking here. Especially as Rops could get overlooked out on short. No. ZywOo spam connecting for one. Oh my goodness. ZywOo.
15 on the clock.
How many more can he find? He's been blind for every single one of these, just firing pot shots through the smoke. Rops now with him, and I mean, it's this duo that's meant to be so terrifying. ZywOo. What's he got? This whole round has just been his deagle. Out in the open, Essential brings the fight to him, and ZywOo kind of thinks he's going to be cowering there. That's him with hot hands, 3 kills deep on his way to a very clutch round.
Oh, man.
And Essential just faces him head on.
Bait are looking so confident, dude. They are not afraid of taking these fights, right? ZywOo gives up his position. Essential says, come fight. Let's take it. Flamesy, you know, you get why he goes through the Palace smoke. Essential spamming his M4 into jungle, but then he just 180'd and held Palace. He full baited Flamesy into that fight. You think if Flamesy doesn't play there, Vitality going to win that round. He's in such a strong position. But walks into their trap. And again, it's an eco for Vitality. It's one that comes very close, and you can ride it off. But Bait is still picking up rounds. 5-2 here on this T side. A really good start to this map. And now the ZywOo AWP comes through. It's about time. I think both AWPers know they're going to see one. Sizzy's joined him. Great start to the game for Essential here. 12-4. Let's see what these AWPs can do.
All right, bit of a mid retake here for Vitality. They try and fight for it. I mean, we've seen how a lot of these rounds have gone with Bait kind of hanging around and waiting for those aggressive moves more often than not. This time, they do get handed an aggressive move, and they're ready to deal with it.
Yeah, and that's a round where Bait play 3-4 at the top of middle. They haven't actually committed that many numbers to mid in the past, so maybe Vitality felt like they were going to get a favorable fight. But now Bait get the 5v4, get to reset, go back to what's been working well, which is another execute. No lurkers needed. It's an all-in.
One man here, and it's the Vitality captain all alone. Rotates arriving out towards the connector, and ZywOo gonna go up and over. Deal with that man out towards Palace. Sizzy in the downtime has cleared a route towards CT, but they keep giving ZywOo these chances. I want to end up giving this round away. You've got yourselves into a good position here. Flames catches another. Spam even whittling down Kenzazor. So they might have cleared out CT. No one gets to play there. Sizzy's up on the line out towards Palace. There's one kill on the round since bringing out this AWP. And he's going to shut down ZywOo on the cross. Hands off to Kenzazor to try and clutch this up. Flames and Mezzy, they've been heard, but not dealt with. Flames going to close in. And so finally, Vitality kind of breaking this silent streak, sticking the landing on one of these retakes.
Yeah, you see the same idea there for Bait where, you know, the smokes fade and they don't try and prioritize the plant before that happens. They actually want the fight again. The difference is ZywOo's AWP does not forget. Gets 2 excellent picks in the middle of the site. Catches a top triple player. That's a crazy shot. And so, yeah, Bait get the fights they were looking for, but ZywOo wants them more. And simple 2v1 closes the round here for Vitality. It's Bait with a timeout now.
Yeah, not surprising. I think that's going to be a frustrating round if you're Bait. You'd actually done everything to win that round at one point. You got the kill on Apex at CT. You had a post plant secured. You had Sizzy with the AWP over towards Palace. I know, like, ZywOo hit a pretty gnarly shot onto the guy on top triple. But when you have CT, why is there a guy top triple when you're so worried about the connector?
They weren't sure about CT right before they planted. They swung and checked it, but they didn't know. Vitality been switching up their retake positions. You know what's a good factor here? Let me sell you on something for Bait.
Okay.
For the first time in seemingly a long time, they have their coach here. So often their coach can't make it to events. Like, more often than not. But I'm pretty sure Madden's in the building. I saw him walking around. So that's a nice factor for Bait. A team that maybe less so now, but we talked about a team, this team being one that kind of chokes and loses big leads and loses from 2-0 up in Swiss stages. You know, having their coach here might be a huge factor for Bait. Hopefully can help them in this tournament. It's not something they've had all too much, to be honest. So let's see if this timeout bears fruit for Bait. No AWP on Sizzy this time. Mezzy just hanging out. Really crazy when you put it like that, huh, Jay? Stalemate on B, but bombs coming in. PL selling mid, but very quick back to B. This is going to be the hit, and Mezzy has no help. Can Robs get in the right position? He's had a slow start to this game. ZywOo is moving. Yeah,
Vitality did go clear ramp near the start of the round, right? And so just starting to get a bit suspicious. They've seen how Bait have been playing, that it's been super exec heavy. So they'll bring extra players over. ZywOo AWP first in the feed, and now Mezzy joins him with a keen double out towards the apartments. Sure, Sizzy's going to rally one back, but you're not really in a winning position here. 15 seconds left. And heading for the hills, it's a save called for Bait.
Yeah, it's fair. Good move on ramp, as you say. And unfortunately, too late in the round that Vitality know they can just ignore middle and stack either bomb site. They make the right move. ZywOo looking good, really. Like, since he's had this AWP, he's hit every shot that's come his way. No complaints now for Vitality, because despite a strong start for Bait, this can very quickly peter out on the T side of Mirage. Now, with their money, how it is, It's going to cost them one more round. Even come round 11, it's going to be ugly without a bomb plant.
Going back to B, but this time I guess you're going to try and go on a bit of an earlier timing, right? Maybe figuring out the Vitality had been given so much time to piece together where that last one was ending up. So this time it's just Alex lobbing in some util flashes to try and bring the pistols, bring these saved guns into the round. They don't clear Mezzi. And that proves to be a massive problem. It just gets 3 players back turned.
And which players? The 2 rifles. The 2 Glocks jump out the window, they make it in, and then Mezzi lines up 2 rifles back turned. I mean, they're both looking short. Neither player looking for the B anchor. Maybe thinking he's bench or backside, but Mezzi's aggression pays off here. 2 kills, and then the third when he picks up the rifle. So nothing in that round for Bait. That's kind of worst case scenario, and I actually like the Bait eco this. They want one more full attempt to even the half out. They know Vitality have woken up.
I mean, it's this ZywOo Warp that's been the turning of the tide, right? From the moment it kind of came out, that's where Vitality have started streaking some of these rounds together. And now that they control the money game this late in the half, he's starting to feel a little desperate. Oh, this push gets broken up. And you got a Tech 9 and a Mac 10 to try and break through this site hold. It's not happening. This went from, you know, potentially a great half for Bait. They were in a commanding lead. They had a clear game plan just running these execs, but as the game's gone on, as the finances have improved for Vitality, as they've kind of warmed up into this and pieced together how Bait are trying to play, they're now looking to win out on the half.
So many ramp flashes, Essentials waiting for it. Knows that Vitality have had this position whenever they want it. They won't overcommit, hopes for a flank. Nothing materializing, Vitality not willing to make a move here. They know Bait have played some very slow rounds. It's Apex's curiosity, a danger. Staying in the right side of window late. He will take his escape route when it's given. ZywOo in a new position. Should be no way City can get this kill with his AWP here. As he backs up to hold util for his team. There's the push for Vitality that we've been waiting for. Palace clear.
What's nice about having Palace is, you know, you could, if you wanted to, just kind of drop a player off here. A strong position to play around that bomb plant.
Okay.
Flames goes early. MPL on this lurk. Still, the A site in these forward positions proves to be too much to deal with. Essential does what he can, but just at the mercy of that trade from Rops. And the Sizzy AWP shut down. Vitality, after a kind of slow start here, go on to recover in this first half.
Yeah, not surprised that they hold on A well there with Rops and Flames on default, but I think the key kill is Mezzi getting MPL out of spawn. He gets the kill that's going to shake that whole round up by shooting Apex in the background rotation, but Mezzi comes out market and wins that 1v1. Without that kill, Vitality are in jeopardy. Instead, they're running away with a smile on their face. A 7-round CT side after starting down in the mud. 5-2 returned by Vitality. A struggling game from Bait's in-game leader. Whereas for Vitality, everybody is in ship shape. All Kevlar for Bait, 2 sets of util for Vitality, and something on this A site, it seems.
Yeah, maybe just going to try and give Bait a bit of a taste of their own medicine. Exec heavy T side, they roll one out the gates in this pistol, and it's Flames. They get the ball rolling on this pistol round. Oh, even with a turn there out of ZywOo. Bomb now planted. I mean, look at the positions you've got. Taken away, this jungle control player still in the palace and a mid lurk on Apex. Essential could make things weird here. ZywOo's low, but this is where Apex is meant to bail you out. Things have gone wrong. Alarm bells ringing. Apex couldn't make up for it, and that kind of whiffed opportunity on the wraparound. That's going to cost you everything.
That's a tilter for Vitality. You know they're not going to be happy with that one. They had a great position. They had a flank. ZywOo's committed connector, low health in the corner, and him and Apex cannot finish that one player. Oh dear, disaster hits Vitality.
Dude, I mean, Essential's having a great game. No doubt about it. He's the guy just causing all this chaos over in the con.
Boom.
Like, what a great sequence.
Yeah.
Sure, Apex whiffed, but you still have to hit the 180 onto a flanking player you didn't know about.
Since he's got the orb straight away, I think he bought that for himself, so young man is confident here. Youngest player at EWC and CS. And 8 against Team Vitality.
I mean, this is just very interesting, right? Because early days, I think you saw some of the struggles, right? Some of the lows, but the highs were fantastic. Like, some of the sequences this guy can put on
and
have just been phenomenal. Yeah. And then just over time, you're hoping that that's the version of Sizzy you get more and more regularly. And I would say he's definitely making strides in the right direction.
It's just crazy that, you know, even the best players in the world, like, weren't playing tier 1 CS at his age, you know? The fact that he's competing against the world's best teams at 16 is... Oh, he's definitely got a bright future. Bright present right now, looking to win against this force by Vitality. ZywOo and Flamesy with the rifles walking up short, but nice hold for Essential. It's not the guy you want to run into. 2 burst headshots comes through from bench, and even though Apex finds a timing, they're considering it. Backs checked. 30 seconds. It's ZywOo, or this one's over, and Sizzy has made that so. Miss shot does connect, but Bait gets 7. Vitality's force buy in the mud.
So this is Bait now looking to retake this lead. Vitality feeling a little shocked. I don't know if they were expecting this much fight out of Bait. Sizzy AWP tries to deal with this mid-hit alone, ends up on the receiving end of a Mezzy Deagle. No window smoke, felt like a big invitation to take the orb for a tour of middle. And that's exactly what Vitality wanted.
They need to probably shuffle that gun out of there. But it's Vitality who will leave first. They don't want to commit to middle with just Eagles. It's ZywOo holding for a second kill. 4 players of Bait just swang mid there, so they've cleared it out. They know. Kentazor's even going to start to push up top mid. There is no flash being set up. ZywOo is considering this, but he is locked in. Only ZywOo can get out with that kill. 5v3, it's getting hairy.
It's just 4 Deagles in this round for Vitality, and they are in a good position here. Some damage done onto ZywOo, and him and Apex both low on this lurk through middle.
Uh-oh.
So you were handed a very scary looking round here if you're Bait. You've started to regain some semblance of control.
Next Deag is everything here. And they line up instead. So 5v3 returned here by Bait. And it's Alex from the bottom of the server with 2 kills coming into this round who gets a multi-kill. Had the right gun for the job. ZywOo's still giving it a go, but not meant to be here. MPL triple and Bait back in the lead indeed.
I mean, rounds like that, man, they're high stress because the whole time you're thinking, like, we really can't lose this. You know, you're not supposed to. This is where you're meant to kind of breeze into the lead. This is the free round. So do a good job of keeping composed and reeling that one back in. Helped out as well by this lineup here.
Yeah.
Mezzi and Flames both just a little eager to put those Deegs to work. Guns back out now for Vitality.
Really important round here for Vitality. Without it, we're going to see Bates up to double digits, almost certainly.
There hasn't been a great deal of brawling around middle in this game yet, but it feels like Vitality are hoping to change that. Going back for this mid control, 4 players here right off the top of the round, all to try and get this boost going. And so Mezzi will make it up into the window. Kenzazor's here as well. Good catch. They still don't know about Mezzi in behind enemy lines.
Don't play yet. The ladder, though, Kenzazor's making a lot of noise, and Mezzi can't really force this kill. He could molly, it would give away his position, though. They're all just waiting, pausing this round to hold for this kill in ladder, but it is not getting given. At a certain point, Mezzi will have to molly this player out. ZywOo's not exactly full health. He's just going for it. Sending in, somehow reacting and getting that kill. Cannot tell you how.
Apex here with the bomb, though. This could be a massive issue if he falls, just gets out. But look at what it's done. Alex, who is leaving, hangs around, gets that trade, and bomb now dropped. Suddenly you're playing for the kills here if you're Vitality. Bomb is up on the ledge, so they're not getting that back. Time's going to expire on this one, and Bait forced their hand. A 9th round collected, lead getting built on. And Rops' save, not even a guarantee, but he looks to get out with that AK at least.
Oh, disastrous there. Apex even got his first kill, but it's the low health that makes him susceptible. Second player on ramp at 15 seconds. Bait just fearless game out of them. Can't believe it. And that feels like the lead is right there for the taking, or rather double digits right there for the taking, because Vitality have no money. One saved AK, ZywOo could buy. They could force something around this. It would be pretty crazy. More likely, just going to see Tech 9 Deagle armor. And hope Rops can come through with a winner. But Bait playing great CS and Vitality getting strung out. Losing to the clock is not something we expect from this team. Just another massive multi-kill from the captain, who had 2 kills at halftime. Doubled in that anti-eco in a 3-on-5. Doubled in this round to break Vitality's money, but ZywOo still buys. So 2 players committed. You need results out of this round. You can't just be getting wiped. Bomb plant feels like a bare minimum. Vitality backing their aim.
Oh, that's rough for Robs. Had a golden opportunity and entry. Instead, it's just a fleet of opening kills for this Bait squad. ZywOo gonna get one back. Why not make it the double? Mezzi's joined him. As Sizziorp deals with Mezzi, and they'll leave it to ZywOo in this 1v2.
They could be anywhere, though.
They are actually getting aggressive. Yeah. Pushed out towards the Palace, pushed out towards ramp. He's just dropped down, and ZywOo's heard that, but likewise, Alex could have heard him on the run. And yeah, with Sizzy scoped up Palace side, feels like they know. ZywOo just taking 1 or 2 steps too many on this rotation, not expecting an aggressive move. That is very well handled from Bait. And they just keep building upon this lead. They're showing no signs of slowing down. You said going into that round, you know, you needed something from it if you're Vitality. Sure, they'll be cobbling a buy together, but it's lacking as ZywOo AWP. Doesn't have all the bells and whistles in terms of the util.
This keeps up. We're not going to see that T-side AWP, and that was the game changer for Vitality in the first half. As soon as they got that AWP out, they started winning rounds. So problematic here, that's for sure.
And they just don't look fearful. I think they've had really good reads on the game of Bait. Even thinking to that Kenzazor round where he just never gives Mezzy the chance. It felt like he was aware, you know, of the potential a player can be in window.
Oh, here's a flash. He's dropping in.
There's the swing. MPL handed a double. And now trying to battle for mid. They've got two players trapped behind these boxes. Transfer for Flames was nice, but it's 4 players peeking him. The simple numbers game there in that mid fight. And we just keep looking at Vitality left in these clutches, you know, hoping that a massive individual effort will be enough to get them through.
And it's yet to happen, right? They've been in all these positions. We've had no clutch factor for Vitality in this game. These rounds are really hard to win, but it's something that Vitality have done many times. Now, this patience from Robs might pay off, but it's top mid he needs to worry about. Central wraps the spawn, window peek, and Robs. Oh, it's messy, but he gets it. It just costs so much help, and Knife Out is going to seal his fate. 11-7 on Bait's map pick. They are running away with this second half. Love that play. I mean, they even hear the flash coming in or see it. They dodged it. But MPL just mauls them in lower.
Yeah, you just got to love the way that Bait have been playing this. You know, well-timed, aggressive moves. You see frustration setting in for Vitality because they feel like they're getting, you know, read like a book. And whenever they're trying to get to these staging platforms, you know, in the past they were at least getting mid control, but now not even that safe. You're getting shut down looking for middle. They've just really had their finger to the pulse. Very comfortable knowing what Vitality can do at any moment and reacting well to it.
Bait lost this map 6 times at Cologne. They're on a 7-loss streak. Clearly they went back to the drawing board, because to pick it straight away in a new season after it being the bane of your Cologne run, a run that was impressive, remember, 3-0 in stage 1. They went 0-2 in stage 2 and then reverse swept in BO3s. And yeah, they got 0-3 in the 3rd stage, but I'd say it's already a pretty good major for Bait. So this Mirage uptick is massive and looking to take down one of the top dogs in this game. They could do it here and now, but Vitality push forward. One final ditch attempt here to stay in this game.
All right, Rob's going to collect his on this lurk. But it's 2 heavy hitters still in the picture for Bait. MPL hoping that Robs gives him this kill. But it doesn't come easy. Robs takes his head off in the head-to-head, and Essential's left saving.
A shame, top performer on the wrong side. Can't have any impact into this round. It's just an explosive hit for Vitality. They go back to simple.
Yeah, exactly that, right? Just kind of take a bit of complexity out of this one. Contact out towards the ramp. Bit of util to bring them in. Not too many moving parts on that round and not leaving it to the default where they've just been getting picked apart.
I like that they've never called a timeout in the second half. Bait, it's just been going so well. Finally, they break the action. Knowing that they're still in a great position, but they haven't closed it yet. And that round will reignite something in Team Vitality. It's been a great game for Bait, but many teams have got to 11 against Vitality and no more.
It's where you just also have to look at like the finances for Bait right now. This is a stressful situation because you're dead on. You have this lead, but it's going to disappear very, very quickly if you lose this next round. And then even though you're still leading in terms of the score, you're in the more vulnerable position out of these two squads. Every round you lose, your money gets broken. That's how games get away from you. Vitality know the chance that they have here to try and save themselves on Mirage. They just got to get through this kind of broken bait buy. Orb for Sizzy. Rifle on Essential saved out of that last round. But it's SMGs for the rest of the gang. And you might think they were going to go back to another exec on the side of Vitality after it went so well in that last round, but they will go looking for this mid control, giving it a bit of a prod at the start. They don't have info on middle, and they're lent very heavy into this B stack.
He needs this entry, and he needs it clean. That will do. Nice tap to the CT spawn. Gives a lot of room to Vitality. I mean, Bait, you could be thinking about saving right now. Vitality have the entire site. Bait don't have the weaponry for this retake. They don't have a kit. So as Rops puts that bomb down, and Vitality back up, there are no kills being given here to Bait. They know it, we know it, Vitality also know it. This is 9 rounds.
I mean, it's rough because Sizzy's been having a really good game, but in this round he fires that one shot on the AWP out towards short, trying to get rid of, I think it was Flames over towards the connector. And the second he does, the second they hear that AWP shoot, Rob's just, you see the freedom he knows he has now on the Palace swing, right? You don't have to worry about that AWP at CT, you don't have to worry about the AWP on the long sight line at jungle. The physical moment they learn of its whereabouts, they are so quick to react. The fact that Sizzy didn't even get a kill for his troubles makes it hurt even more. Still, you got out with the save, so at least it's not an eco here. You're not at the full mercy of Vitality. Chance to do something with these saved guns.
Hoping to get a proactive round here for Sizzy. Looks like he's going to be solo B with an A stack. AWP on B, but nothing in the apartments for Vitality. Honestly, in a round like this, it might even be better for Vitality to go into the stack than this AWP. But will the stack come to them? Ramp flash ready. AWP's holding off. Not in a susceptible position. Vitality with an execute and 2 players in middle.
Oh, flashes go in. They take ramp now at the minute mark. They went too early to fight any of the Vitality players. Vitality actually flashed back in to clear out the ramp position. Now ZywOo on a line out through Palace. His teammates coming up the connector. MPL gifted an AK. Rops gets out ramp side. This is the bomb. Missed shot from the Sizzy AWP. And that could have been a real difference maker. Now ZywOo gets out into the open. Sizzy, known about on this line, makes up for it the second time around. There's 25 seconds left here, and Vitality crossing in with the bomb. Feeling some pressure to try and clear CT so they can get this planted. Sizzy will have a chance to catch Rops. Gives him a jiggle, but the shot sails past. And you're asking a hell of a lot here. This very young player. A 1v2 clutch, and it's Rops and ZywOo that you've got to beat.
So
just
close.
whittling Rops down, and he'll leap out.
He didn't see him leave because of the reload animation. Rops crossed out, he has no idea.
ZywOo
Damn.
waits for the fight to come to him. And it's a tense round. It's a bit of a nail-biter, but Vitality are moving in the right direction.
Oh, that's got to hurt for Sizzy because he had ZywOo absolutely dead to right in Palace, scoping CT. Missed his shot, not looking at him. He still gets multiple chances, but none are as easy as that first one. and putting Robs down to just 5 health on the wall bang. Ouch, he can't catch a break. It's a Vitality plot armor that keeps them alive against the eco.
And you do just love the way the Robs even tried to play that. I think a lot of folks, when they're getting spammed and you get that low, you feel like you're going to die, you almost just kind of feel tempted to swing. You're like, well, I don't want to die doing nothing. But he dances around, baits out the reload, and uses that little window to just escape. He knows that time and the fact that ZywOo's got his line should be enough.
Getting some crazy rounds down the stretch, but this is Vitality once again having to dig deep and doing it.
You see more composure as well out of Apex, right? He was very animated in that early stretch of rounds for Bait, but looking a little calmer now.
Ooh.
Mid-take. Bait looking to scrap for this, and that's exactly what ZywOo wants.
Oh, baby. Goes back for more. Actual doesn't know how much he's done there. Might have just stopped this B hit. Vitality still very spread. Apex is going to lurk late, and Bait, yeah, they feel like they have to make a gamble here. They have no utility. They have no kit. If they spread out, this round's done, so stack on this side. As Apex keeps them there with utility. I mean, there's no guarantee where this one's ending up. That bomb is still TV.
You just think with Rob still in the palace, like, there's ways they can use him to go and clear. I feel like they're just going to dodge this stack entirely. Oops.
Yeah, Bait just all in. And this is a good call for the sense of you're going to get rifles next round. You've already lost from position, but gives you your best opportunity to commit to winning it on B or just save your guns. But man, ZywOo wins that round with the re-peek in middle. It felt like Bait's mid-attack was well timed. But you'll notice again, when ZywOo has the orb, it's such a game changer. Vitality were completely absent in that first half until he pulled it out. Same thing has happened here on this T side. So we go all the way.
I mean, Bait are and kind of always have been this team that are always just looking to grow, right? Getting better and better each time, trying to go deeper and deeper. But you say, well, you said earlier on, they kind of had this reputation for choking in some of these high pressure moments. Well, these next couple of rounds, whether that remains to be the case, ZywOo even hunting. Knocking one extra gun out of this next round.
That has impact. It absolutely has impact here on Bait's economy. They got 3K a player. Gonna have to see surviving players drop over guns. SMG for certain. This was the round winner from ZywOo. Only 2 M4s here. They're actually saving. I think that one kill on the exit completely changed the call here for Bait. So last second, change of tune here. As they look to buy up in round 24. Vitality bring the pace.
Oh, this chase for Apex. Catches them on the reload. And that's the thing when you're Vitality. You know, a lot of squads might be feeling the pressure. Round 23 in a game that's going the distance, but Apex just calls for a pace change and comes blistering through that con smoke.
Such a crazy call, man. The double con flash just let them run up Cat as well. They completely shrink Bait out of middle. Apex pushing con, running and shooting. That's Vitality leveling up late in the game. A Vitality that didn't look the greatest to start this map off, but they were given enough time to warm up. And Bait may be regretting it, regretting that now. They do have a final buy, a chance to still compete for overtime. But this is a different Vitality you're facing, and not one that is going down easy. Hunt here on this B site. MPL, dead man walking. An Essential, just a dead man, you'd think.
And dude, imagine how Essential feels. Like he's having a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Playing lights out, even there with the SMG at the end, but they're just avoiding him. He's been left in many of these saves, many of these clutch attempts. Just been relegated to this B bomb site in a T side that hasn't really been about him. And so Vitality onto map point.
I like that Bait have given themselves their best possible chance here, respecting Vitality, but also getting a full buy in round 24. Sizzy's Orb, once again. Got his work cut out for him, that's for sure.
That's the thing, if you kind of are late off the line, if you miss the starting gun, but then you go on to win the race, that's the only bit that everyone remembers anyway.
It's almost
so the
more
slow
impressive.
start, yeah, it doesn't really matter for Vitality. They have been able to recover this. Now's their chance to close. It's very paranoid over here towards B. 3 strong for Bait on this side of the map. They know they can't keep it like this forever.
Might have fake. But it goes quiet, and so Bait might question it as he starts to rotate. Playing retake on A. And so we're going to get Vitality allowed to execute on this bomb site. Sizzy. Oh, they're pushing in. Gonna get jungle smokes. Rather triple smoke to block Sizzy from holding connector, but he can still focus on this ramp. That's where most of the players are. Flames is getting a lot of room. But Beta waiting for the bomb.
There's the catch. Sizzy with the first. Follow up on a Flames.
Oof.
Can Bait secure an overtime? This was the round they were waiting for. And they're just 2 kills away from it. Sizzy, who had some swings and misses throughout this CT side, coming alive. And with Apex shut down, Bait secure. Extra time.
Oh, I love that they just don't care about that fake, or not even fake, that exec from Vitality. They just full focus down on ramp. Vitality can't get any room in that bomb site. Flames is given nothing. Vitality have to dig deeper once again.
I wonder if Bay try and initiate something here right now that you've got the freedom of overtime. You have Sizzy on a deep line with his AWP out towards short. And 3 players ready to come through this smoke.
Oof.
Apex just running through smokes, ripping off heads. That's where he's been most effective on this T side.
And isn't this just classic? You said Essential, he's been on the wrong side of the map the whole time. He starts A this round, and then they go for the short rush, so he's not here. There's no one in B. It was only Kenzazor with no support. And this retake is already getting cut down before the bomb is planted. Essential can still find impact, but they need to flush Rops out, and he can't do that. 3 health, Rops remains. And just waste time here, hearing Alex and Connector. What a rough round for Essential to start on the ramp push. Vitality continue to bring the pace. Punchy B hit puts the first round on the board.
Like watching that 3K from Rops at the end as well is just why he's so fantastic. Like you love how he's approached that, just breaking up every one of those fights, separating the push with the molly, waiting for the flash when he's low. Everything about it's just perfect. It just makes life really easy for himself in every duel he takes.
Really should have been a 5v4 there for Vitality. Zywoo just clips him. But worry not, Vitality go back to middle. MPL not far away. Kenzazor slows them down, allowing MPL to go searching for a second, if nothing more. Oh.
It's a good nade, good trades over here in middle. But still Vitality squeak out an advantage. And as MPL hangs around in the connector, Rops is playing through Palace. Flames coming his way through middle.
Crazy.
He was getting boxed in. And they know they've got this A bomb site. Rops has confirmed as much on his checkout through Palace.
They know he's an AWP, so that just cuts off a lot of positions, really. You're not worried about TV flank. You're not worried about him being in T-spawn. Now they got the spot. The bomb can try and make its way up connector. And with a couple of high flashes, perfect assistance from Robs gets that bomb in. What can Sizzy possibly do? Nothing. Messi headshot confirms the round, and everybody for Vitality continuing to pull their weight late in the game.
And as we've got into extra time, Apex is kind of showing them the full breadth of the paces available in this one, right? A really punchy first round in OT into a super slow crawl out into middle. One that Bait tried to match.
Yeah. Definitely lost their read on the game. They've not had good gambles. They've not even been in retakeable post plants. And again, Flames is just sending it out middle through the smoke. Molly in under. It's going to force the swing here for MPL. Oh, they don't catch him though. Good transfer back on that fight to short. And blink and you miss it. 5v3 Vitality.
And just imagine how this has felt if you're Bait. You went from being very competitive here, neck and neck with Vitality. Hell, even having the lead, you had them on the ropes towards the end of regulation. But now, like, you just can't win an opening fight, and it's even worse than that. You're actually getting multi-killed more often than not in these opening sequences, and so rounds are just slipping by the wayside. And while you have these really aggressive pieces on Vitality down to scrap, down to fight, you also have the composed Rops, who's just waiting to punish any re-aggression on the other side of the map.
And Alex is just thinking, what? He just sat there?
Yeah.
He just sat there on the right the whole round?
That's really how he's decided to play it. Well, okay. He wants it more, I guess.
And now it's a two top performers, but 2v5. The only way this can go wrong is the clock. 40 seconds, and the bomb is very late to this play, and Sizzy might have open shots here in spawn. There's only one smoke. It's on Apex.
This is where, though, like in these tense kind of moments at the end of the round, oftentimes Vitality have just had great util to bail themselves out. See if they get more of it in.
Don't count him out.
Sizzy Orb fires off, and now they know about him out towards the spawn. He'll respond with a smoke of his own, gives himself a chance to play through. 15 seconds, and this bomb is stuck at ramp.
One shot, can't find it.
They don't know about Essential. They don't know about this second man, also concealed in the smoke. Bomb goes down. Essential behind enemy lines. ZywOo gonna close him out of it, and so flawless on the half for Vitality. Well on their way to recovery.
Dude, the margins here are so tight. I cannot believe they win that round. Patience on ramp. Mezzi lets his teammates come over jungle. He has 10 seconds when he's coming out ramp with the bomb there. That was a 2v5 that had serious legs on it. But Sizzy just didn't expect the bomb to be coming from that position so very late in the round. And I mean, if Essential has an AK there, he probably wins it. Headshot on ZywOo. Still, it's clean for Vitality. 3 rounds T-side. And how do you dig your way out of this game?
Yeah, Bait are now just competing against a hell of a lot. You're feeling shaky, you're feeling nervous. You know that you've given Vitality enough time to wake back up, and you've really felt that in this overtime. Just the way that every one of these opening duels look to go the way of Vitality. You're always playing from the back foot. You need solutions, you need answers. And again, it's another opener for Vitality, 5v4.
It may be a miss from Robs, but it's such a threat to know the double AWP is in play now in this round of overtime. Like, Robs pulling it out at the perfect time to punish, and they're trying to go for this B hit. Now he's boosted Mezzi up. ZywOo's still pushing under. That's the bomb. Vitality don't give a damn. They want this game.
Shut down at the apartments.
That's it.
Rops providing covering fire on this AWP, and Vitality looking to recover from this slow start. One hell of a turnaround, battling through the overtime and doing it convincingly. They don't drop a round once we get to OT.
Yeah, impressive game for Vitality. Bait definitely went back to the drawing board after Cologne on this map, but that is another loss on the streak. 8 in a row on Mirage as Bait barely take Vitality.
Certainly saw Vitality kind of come to their senses on Mirage. And as we continued throughout that game, the synergy and the way that they were playing with each other, well, it's what you've come to expect from this squad, but not necessarily how things started. I'll get to open things on the CT side, and I do like that ZywOo went for that.
Yeah, you gotta respect it. But there's no help on B. It's a good nade molly combo, but I don't think it's going to stop this play. The flank comes in. Wait, will Bait pause and try and go back? They've got this flank held, contained by Alex, looking for a second. Entries on both sides of this B site. Bomb going to go down, and no way in to this round for Vitality. Flawless for Bait. Excellent stuff.
Yeah, just good knowledge of what they were up against, really. Had players watching for that wrap round. And so no worries in the pistol. You do have this force buy for Vitality. And a B stack to boot. Flames gets his one. Aids come out. You're really hoping that Bait commit to this now. That's what Vitality want. That's a good check for Alex on the spam. Wise to Apex's tricks, but it is the stack here. ZywOo bringing out for a double, handed off to Mezzi. Eagle back of the site, and they're coming his way. Oh, I won't be able to get a shot off.
Needed one more there. ZywOo did a lot with the 5-7. Mezzi can't connect the kill, and Rops is walking back through spawn. It'll be hard to scale into any strong position here for Rops. And so as he clears close corners, he loses time. Might just be exits here for Rops, it seems. Bait do convert. Here we go. Oh. It is still just the best save spot now in the back of the church, knowing they're going to come save there on the T side more often than not. Apex a classic. He's brought out the Max 7 on the Eco. I've seen so many Apex highlights in Banana. Why don't you just buy 5, Harry? As long as you all get a kill.
I can tell you why that one. I can tell you why they don't do that, Hugo.
It's not in their loadout.
Exactly. You need Apex to drop all 5.
I mean, it's fair. Nova's pretty good. I get it.
Do you think he's actually going to commit to this, or is this just in the...
No, definitely. I think you can, if you just get a kill, you're
just
fine.
Get one
just
kill.
Get one kill, you're fine. And, you know, if he doesn't get anything, you can buy it again next round.
Ah, and there we go. Infinite Mag 7 glitch.
It's true. If you just play Deagle every round, you can always buy. Same thing for Mag 7. It's crazy viable though. It's just utility that makes it uncomfortable. It's also unorthodox in this round. You're expecting full eco, so
if you were ever accidentally all gonna run into a Mag 7 and get 4K'd, it's in this round.
Slow down here, buddy.
All right, we're back in. Little tech timeout there. And we will have this Mag 7 in play.
What have you got? So can also tag them up here, make it very easy for his team. There's some interest in this B site. Holding a nade on Apex's contact. Get ready. It's gonna get hairy.
All right. What's he got for us? Oh. Damn with a jumping double. Oh, he's going for more. Apex swinging for the fences. That's 2 kills from his signature gun out towards Banana. And Bait now feeling a bit of pressure. He said, why don't they just get 5? Well, Flames is going to give it a go as well.
So now a very tricky round to win for Bait because...
Do you want to go into the Mag 7?
You're scared of the stack on the other side.
You don't have any info on A. You feel like you have to go B at this point.
I mean, they've got the perfect nades to do it, right? They just need to use their Molotovs. But even then, Flame's going to have a position, first box somewhere, to get something done. He's committing to this angle. But with Zywoo and a scout, hit a quick shot, suddenly this round is going to get won.
Oh, they line up! Flames can't finish it, and there's the trade. Kenzazor left in a 1v2. It's not the most comfortable round, but he might be able to recover this. Kenzazor looking back towards Banana. Rops retrieves a gun and closes in. That Mag 7 purchase from Apex worth its weight in gold.
And that's why you buy it, baby. Double kill, hits the tag, hands it over, and it gets put to use. And Apex knows that he just won that round. Essentially, his teammate get the kills, his teammate make the right setup at the end, but none of that would have even happened if not for his jumping Mag 7. What an excellent move for Apex. Extracting maximum value from that eco round. Any advantage, squeezing it out. What a beautiful... I mean, he's so keen to go back for more jumps. He could have cut and dry, but it's a very hard thing to stop.
He's so animated. Fair enough.
How can you blame him? Look what it's done. They have absolutely nothing.
You've used the funny gun to ruin their round.
Not just funny, it's viable.
Yeah.
It's also pretty funny.
I was hoping Kenzazor was going to try and like get back at him by bringing out the R8. But
that's true, but it's just not the same, Harry. It's just, you know.
Because one of them's like actually just horrible.
Yeah.
And the other one is good.
All right, we have a little eco strat here. Some smokes over A. Got 2 smokes here. Walls pop. Long side comes in. What is he throwing at? First one's Moto, but maybe for the pit. It's got blocked in apartments, no fear. They're going to jump through. First smoke out. Looks like a pit or a site smoke. It's a nice exec here for Bait. Let's see what it got. What they've got.
Rops is dead. Burns 100-0. Flashes and that nifty little Molotov flush him out. Mezzi hoping to hold on. And now Sizzy closing in out on the long side with Apex removed. Bomb planted. Flames is left in now an impossible 1v3. He's got players behind him. Crossfire in front of him. What's Flames meant to do? Gonna try and hunt down Sizzy. Gets rid of the library man, so he's not looking over his shoulder throughout this clutch. Hoping to find MPL, but with Alex watching from the pit, they swing him together. It's a peak on 3, and they shut Flames out of the clutch. It's a round wrestled right back for Bait.
I think he even hit reload there at the end as well.
He did.
Not that he was going to win.
I
anyway.
like ruin the flow of every. Oh, he's reloaded.
That was a sick execute, though, right? The running molly. They have the Apps lurk smoke from far away. Gets them out of apartments. Great flash kills Robs. And Bait don't overplay it as well with a long lurker because they had that smoke down earlier. They're able to flush out rotate. So every step of that is excellent for Bait. We can talk about the jumping back 7. That was a 1,400 by round win for Bait. So absolutely massive one. Put Vitality in quite the spots. Flames are going to send it and squeeze out a final bullet kill there. There's more nades here in B. You've got to be very careful, Bates. Double molly could be a problem. Oof. While the nades are good, if Bait have this full banana control, they can just execute. Apex trying to block.
It's a great nade. And Apex is going to try and play through on the back of this. Gets in behind enemy lines. Apex causing chaos. And with ZywOo arriving at the perfect moment, Kenzazor is getting pincered here. ZywOo finishes what Apex started. And these bargain bin B holds have been fantastic for Vitality.
A game plan's getting kind of ruined here for Bait. They can't even really get up banana because every time they do, they're just getting disrupted. That's, again, late retake utility, down banana, double molly, nade, everything. And even though they're getting these kills at the half-wall, I just feel like it's coming at such a cost. Low health, Apex finishes it. Hides in the smoke, lets them go. Vitality, full chaos on this B site, and they're living in it. Just trading force by wins out now. Different round winners for 4 in a row.
Gonna have the A-site under a bit more scrutiny, but strong setup here. Double Porch with the boost. Looking like just a fake out here into the top of mid. The real goal going back to Banana.
Ooh,
and they're closing in quick, Apex. Cover here from Flames. And he just reduces them to dust on the push.
Slaughtered.
So no worries here for Vitality. Finally a bit of normality restored. As they'll look to go on a streak now.
I think if his molly was any earlier, they would have called it off, but it was so late, they would feel silly to not challenge it, thinking they've got him caught off guard, thinking he's alone because he's jump spotting, but he has a teammate at sandbags the whole time, so just mow down. Worked perfectly. Yeah, look, second player's already committed before that molly even blooms. Apex has had some great calls on the CT side so far. Some strong setups. And now finally, back-to-back rounds do put Bait to pistols. Not a dollar in this round here. But as he's not letting it get out of hand or alive.
I'm really interested to see kind of what the idea is now for Bait heading into this gun round. You've been waiting to get to play, and Vitality have posed you kind of a set of interesting questions. You don't want to feel like you can never win Banana. starts to make the game feel a little too one-note, a little too obvious. So do they try and throw down the gauntlet and actually wrestle this control off of Vitality right off the rip? Or is it going to be just kind of going where you feel a little forced at this point in the game, which is up towards A? But now it's just a passive start. You're going to let this early util settle on Banana.
The nades.
Just been so effective. Yeah. Like, every one of these B hits, Apex is putting in work with his utility.
Apex has 460 UD.
He's making sure it just keeps ticking up. Nades dropped for him over towards Ruins. But the util isn't just about the damage. He's waiting here with a flashbang to tee up Flames for that swing. And Apex, you know, we marvel at the Mag 7, but his util is what's doing the heavy lifting right now.
Flames just looked at Apex and fist bumped him during the round, knowing Kenzazor was not there. Cheers for the flash, Dan. They're making it look so easy on this B site. Shuffling guns out, guns that Kenzazor would have loved to have. Gonna come from Mizzy and AK. They're playing mini games right now in this game.
They're finding other ways to entertain themselves.
Come get it.
And I think this is the last thing you want. You don't want Flames smiling away. You don't want Apex feeling like he is throwing the, you know, the most powerful util imaginable. They're having a laugh right now.
So after that HE, it's 576 utility damage for Apex. I mean, he's the best nade player in Counter-Strike right now. And of course, you know, a lot of the time it's his team giving him the util so he can throw it, but it's which is going to buff the stat, but at the same time, the consistency that he finds these high UD games and the consistency that his nades connect on the heads of his opponents is insane.
He has more damage just with nades than 4 players in the server have damage full stop.
Nice. I mean, more than half his damage is UD. And he's top of the scoreboard. Here we go. Bait, I really feel for you boys. I don't know how you fight your way out of this. Leg and Rops is watching the demos as well. HE right down mid. That's a great deagle, though.
Vitality playing dodgeball, man.
They can't get away from him. There is an AWP in mid. It hasn't been shuffled as Vitality were wrapping. So MPL's picked that up. Bombs just dropped in the boiler. Veggie smoke in front of it just to keep more pressure on. MPL would love to put this AWP to use on low health, but...
that's the worry, isn't it?
The nades. Boom. What can you do? What can you do? Shut down every step of the way. And they're all smiling now.
Well, yeah, like they've just started a new thing. They're like, guys, let's see how many nade kills we can get. There were 2 of them in that round.
And it's not like Bait are just running into them and they're playing them off spawn. These are really late round nades for the most part. Sure, that Rops one wasn't, but everything else is just perfectly timed on top of their opponents. This is a masterclass of utility.
Yeah, like what do you even do? Everywhere on the map, you feel like you're going to die just trying to get the regular control.
It's like a Stralis tier right now. Okay, here we go. Bait. Use that molly to push Vitality out of car. Cautious, but clear. Look at them holding HEs for a reaggress.
Apex is juggling them all over.
I got more in my basket. Full take back. How about that?
Oh.
Bit deep, but it still does a lot of damage. It's 50 damage.
He's got another one.
They leave Banana entirely. Like when we hear 2 more HEs, we'll take it back. Oh, well, that didn't work. PL.
Yeah, there's layers to this util stuff, man. Not everyone's got it.
Molly's going to push Robs forward or back. Which one will he take? Back it is. Smokes it off. Say, what, you want to block short? That's how you block short. Exec comes in here for bait. 25 on the clock. Oh, no.
Great nade. Oh, my God. All right.
They can't go long, guys. You have 20 seconds.
No more artillery left for Vitality, at least. ZywOo gonna get one. It learns about this long wrap. Still 10 seconds on this push. Time is of the essence for bait. And as Rops trades places with them, the bomb gets into the site at least. But look at how claustrophobic this is starting to feel. Oh, Mezzi gets dealt with. They're scrapping in this post plant. It's left to Alex in the clutch, and he goes nowhere. Just brutal from Vitality, keeping them boxed in that last second bomb plant.
Yeah, teammates, I love how Robs plays that too, right? Knowing how low the clock is, he just lets them go right past him. They have to go short with the bomb, and so Robs gives them the sight, but just shoots them in the back while they get there. Mezzi buys so much time back in pits. Everyone does their job. No cause for concern in that post plant there for Vitality. Felt like it was theirs the entire time. All smiles still. 7-3 up. Another buy for bait. The bomb plant allows it, but they have not been within touching distance of a round in some time. That's the closest it's gotten since this streak of Vitality. 6 in a row.
Oh, Flames is feeling a bit of pressure here. We'll just cross out in amidst all that chaos, and again, just more util continuing to rain in as they're trying to get that trade, as they're trying to deal with Flames. Essential nearly loses his life to an Apex HE.
Exec coming in, that Molly buys a few seconds and Apex picks up a fresh bounty of loot. Gonna get flashed in here as well. Flash and smoke down. Apex close on that spray. It's a low player there. One of his worst nades yet. It's still 20 damage. 40 seconds. They just have to hit this site and they have to get the clean entries, otherwise there's no way to win this round. They don't want to save this late in the half. This is an all-in for bait. One flash for Apex.
Doesn't leave him blind. Flames doesn't go, waits for a second flash out from the spawn side. MPL does what he can, but again, all the Vitality are here, and you just feel so trapped. ZywOo does hand away a kill, but time low. This doesn't matter for MPL. Vitality take it to the clock. He might get all the kills, but it's just another one on the tally for Team Vitality as they make a surge towards the win.
It's a great play for ZywOo as well, right? Because it looks a bit silly, but it is selfless because he's playing for the round win. He knows when he jumps through that smoke, either I'm just a free kill, and then he has no time to actually stick the bomb with my teammate close, or I kill him planting. What it does, it just means MPL cannot stick that bomb at any point. He can get punished. Vitality, both those CT players play for the round win. And so another notch on this CT side as they just start running at bait now. That's not even a flash play. Robs just sends it. So Vitality 5v4 looking for an 8th round in a row. Boost up as well, timed as well after this chaos. 3 players still holding mid. Dry fights will not go well for bait, but they only have 1 flashbang. Might not ever see it used.
Oh, back's turned. Mezzi just gets to feast. And what a beautiful sequence that is, just trading all these contacts out towards top mid. That is a very composed half out of Vitality. They're making a surge towards the finish line, towards those playoffs.
Just such a beautiful half of Counter-Strike. Everything Vitality did so perfect for what Bait were up to. It was so many B hits, so many attempts at Banana for Bait. Game plan absolutely ruined. The only really good round for Bait in that half was the Tech 9 apps pop when they had 1400s with 2 smokes. So they managed to just dominate Vitality on. Other than that, it was just getting strung out at this B site. They never really got a proper B round or a B post spawn once the guns came out. So more than impressive for Vitality. And a great sign from this team that may have started slow today. 5-2 down at the beginning of Mirage. Some shaky moments even on their second half, but the streaks of rounds I think is the most impressive here for Vitality. We had a couple of stars shining bright here for Bait in the first map. Can't really say the same here. Vitality bring the pace. One man home.
Good pick up for Kenzazor. His position just going overlooked. MPL and the rest of the gang arrive on these rotations, and so Bait, chance to get something going on this CT side. Dominant pistol round looking to come through. And not even a single kill for Vitality. It would have to be quite the turnaround here for the plucky underdogs in Bait.
You got nothing to lose in a way. The pressure's kind of off. You're already feeling like this game is over. You know, it's Team Vitality at the end of the day. Is it the letting go that could help Bait here on a CT side where you don't have to think too hard? Let the rounds come to you. Trust your setups. Vitality Force, even without a bomb plant and a kill. That's how confident they are. This is not playing the numbers. This is Vitality who want to send a very clear message.
Sizzy trying to help out, and he needed to be involved there, or else MPL was a dead man. Suddenly the gates are open for an A play. It's a good reaction to clamp down on that mid hit. And a good chunk of money made for Bait's AWPer. And there's Flames. Always a multi-talented guy, bit of a musician in Spawn. I believe that was Baby Shark.
Yeah, do. He knows the classics. Vitality just impatient here, I'm sure. Wanting to push some buttons, but not much to do with Banana locked out like this.
Yeah, just hang back, let them waste all their util, and see if, you know, an exciting opportunity kind of falls right into your lap. Maybe someone gets caught over peeking, getting a little too curious, maybe on a banana push, but yeah, they get handed the fights they were waiting for, not able to take a single one of them. So the conversions are in for Bait, and they do so cleanly.
Hope they upgrade these SMGs, at least some of them. Gonna get Sizzy straight on the AWP, but yeah, you don't want to let Vitality in now on this first gun round if you're really believing. Start a streak of your own. So Sizzy's AWP in play, and as dominant as that first half was, as we know in MR12, how quick it can catch up with you.
Alarm bells certainly aren't ringing yet, though. Vitality, they've just been rubbing their hands together waiting for this first gun round. Nade stack down Banana, 6 damage from it.
There's layers to this.
Flames up and over, looking for an angle. Util continues to bully him. And you've now seen, you know, a fleet of nades out here towards B. Could read into that as a bit of a stack. 3 strong from the get-go on this side of the map for Bait.
Hey, they're waiting for the boost. Baited, and MPL catches him. Gotta fall off because they have no smokes left. Can't stop a play here. MPL's just picked one up. That can spawn. 50 seconds. Vitality, of course, tempted by the prospect of just a 4v5 hit in this B site, but that smoke will buy time. I think they're still gonna end B here. And that's a huge kill. That's going to relieve pressure. They can expect this B play now.
Yeah, suddenly you're not doubting this Util. You know it's the real deal. You know the hit's coming. 2 players in the site get sacrificed to the Apex Util.
How does he do it?
He's just playing a different game right now.
They molly quad, then they molly double box.
Ooh.
Hey, wait. No.
Nope. You really think Apex was going to die to Utility? You must be crazy. Still in the picture is the Vitality captain. And with Banana pressure removed, you know where the last 2 are coming from.
Good nade. And that's it. Vitality just shut the door on this B hole. 2 players hiding oranges, and they get fizzled out. I gotta check again. That's 836 utility damage for Apex.
He's going to cross the 1,000 mark on his own.
Almost certainly.
It is just madness. Like, Apex must be able to feel it too. Like, you don't always get the double molly entry kill into B. In fact, you never do that. That's a crazy sentence. Look at that. It's just a blanket of fire. Where are you meant to go?
Ooh, that's okay. And a bit of your own medicine there. 3 HEs down Banana.
Apex looks so vexed when he faded to gray on the cameras.
Yeah.
Like, finally, he's the one on the receiving end of all this damage.
It sucks, doesn't it?
Not funny when some little green balls thrown at you have decided you don't get to play the game.
Doesn't even play tennis.
A man down for Vitality, but maybe worse than that was just all the splash damage from those nades. Flames is a shot away from death. ZywOo is not much healthier, so have 2 players who are going to struggle to be hyper involved here.
They won this before, they can win it again, but this time Bait don't have exploitable positions. Passive in their sight with advantage and low health on Vitality. It would take a miracle to win these entries. And they just get shut down straight away. It might just be the save here. 20 seconds, low health. Not liking their odds.
No, it felt like it was kind of always destined to go this way, pending some grave error from Bait or some real heroic moment for Vitality. They just bow out of this round. You know what? Bait can have it.
They lost their VIP very early, thanks to the triple nade down banana. That's 4 out of the 5 rounds in this half here for Bait, so certainly making a swing for this CT side. Some lesser weapons here on Vitality, and ouch. They still send a message back, taking the car. Bomb very late, but too early for the commit. It's triple B. Players making sure they play safe. Sizzy's just got the boiler line, buying a few seconds while Bait go searching for answers at B.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a super B-focused game. And so just starting many of these rounds with 3 players out towards this half of the map.
Such a great call for Vitality to take car and sandbags, but then pull all the way back and let Bait retake the space, looking for a close fight. Vitality all just holding them from back at tree. So really get punished there. Still a 1-for-1 though. So nothing guaranteed here for Vitality. They're going to leave Apex to fake the B site and go round the world at 45. And this is what 9 times out of 10 you're going to see on this map. And so no surprise that Bait draw that 3rd rotation over, but now they've fallen for it entirely. These smokes going to keep them in position. Sissy plays through. Apex tries to sell, but now the penny drops. Can they get out of A in time?
Oh, Kenzor's in a good position. Eyes on, out towards short in the apartments, and that's exactly where Vitality are coming from. Objective is just to try and buy some time for Sizzy. With the molly splitting up the push, there's a spot on the apartments player. Kenzor's going to be more than enough to get this done.
Beautiful hold. Love that when he got that app spot, he waited for the flash to pop, peeked him from a different angle so he doesn't just get pre-fired. For a one-man hold from the bottom-performing player, does an admirable job to stop that last second hit for Vitality. Couple of saves coming in here now. Vitality struggle to close rounds. Haven't had any clear advantages.
I feel like the A hit's got to come eventually, right? It's been such a banana-focused game. And there has just been this constant 3-man start there for Bait. Vitality know this too. They've seen it in the banana retakes. They've seen it in the nades that come in there early. So Rops with a hero gun. The apartments and this A side of the map is his responsibility. So asking him to try and make a play. Flash sets him up for an opening. And you get that 1 kill. If you had the read that it's been these triple B starts, you'd be looking to go on this. So Vitality take the space. They deal with MPL on rotation. They have this CT control.
He just headshot right now. Bomb is coming in late, but they lose it again. Kenzor, how has he done that? ZywOo even missed the Deeg, and they know the flank's in. There is nowhere safe in this site for Vitality. And while Apex has the gun, he has low health. ZywOo needs to connect a shot. He is boxed in with the bomb. Can't do it. Kenzor, again, a multi-kill on his own. He has won these last 2 rounds, and Apex is walking into walls. Bait are back in business.
And it just feels impressive, doesn't it? Like Kenzor, you know, all of Bait were getting bullied in that first half. But then, you know, it was his teammates on B having to do a lot of the winning for Bait. He was just kind of cooling off down in the pit, biding his time. But in the last 2, he has found his impact. Sometimes you kind of see players, you know, cool off a little bit when they haven't seen action in a while. Inferno can be a really rough map for that, but it feels like the time to kind of reset might have helped Kenzor out because he's coming through with monstrous holds in back-to-back rounds.
With no support, right? No help. Those are the kind of fights you really expect Vitality to win. Headshot angle on pit, players uncrouching. Vitality can't do it. The 1 kill that would have essentially won the round. I mean, they could have even jumped on A earlier, but that bomb was so late, they slowed down. Robs found the AWP on short. Was not enough here for Vitality. That was a 5v4. That was probably their best chance yet in this T side to win out. trouble in paradise here. Well, Vitality this time concede banana. In doing so, they enter the round full health. Walk back through this smoke. No flash needed. Mid just got recleared by bait.
So you wonder if we've been seeing a bit of conditioning in these last few rounds of Vitality. It's been a super B-focused game, but the last two trying to end out towards that A bomb site, and it has, you know, dissolved this 3B start that Bait have been running. And so they might just follow through with this.
Going
through the smoke, Flames trying to lead the charge. Takes ZywOo to come in with two hulking trades there for the entry. Up and over for Apex, hoping to give chase. That's one of your two high health players gone from the round now. ZywOo and Mezzi are wounded. So far from an impossible retake here for the Bait squad on this comeback. Smoke start to fade. ZywOo hears players at the ruins. That forces a fight onto the Sizzy AWP. It's just Rops left standing. Other side of this smoke at Banana. Lines up the damage, but can't get him off that bomb. And so Bait from the back foot all the way to a tie game.
Oh, Apex is going to be kicking himself. 4v3. They have the site. They have smoke down, and he goes over Oranges to take that fight. It's a swing kill. Getting it wins the round. Losing it opens up the round for Bait to win that post spawn. A massive 3v3. Sizzy finding ZywOo back quad on that repeak. Some individual moves here for Vitality getting punished. They're confident, yes, but that is at times letting them down. Bait playing it by the book on this CT side. Incredible resilience shown by Bates. The team that showed that at the major, instead of choking from 2-0, they came back through stage 2 from 0-2. It's a team that has absolutely upgraded their mental. And now against Team Vitality, after a 9-3 first half, the score is even, yet to be settled.
Kenzazor, this time no multi-kill from him down in the pit. The Sizzy AWP struggles to provide. MPL at least stems the bleeding there. With a 3-on-3, it's Mezzi real late. Just gonna catch Essential in rotation. Advantage resting with Vitality.
He's gonna do it again as well. MPL walks right in. That should be it. Mezzi on the flank stops 2 and stops this retake from happening. Alex is still trying. They've got money to burn, and so one shot connects, but they can swing off contact. Robs is committed, and he hits his. Vitality break that streak down. 4 in a row. Now one more found. And could it just be Mirage all over again? Where Bait write the story of a comeback, write the story of an upset, and then Vitality, the final hour, slip in.
Yeah, how are Bait going to cope as well now that they've had a little stumble, right? It's been a big streak of rounds for this Bait team on the CT side. They've just been going through the motions, going with the flow, and everything's been working. But now you take a little stumble this late in the game. You know, they've had 2 great opportunities in this series to get one over on Vitality. This was a 9-3 half in Vitality's favor. It's taken them a long time to find their footing on this T side. But now that they've taken these first few steps, are they going to break into a sprint?
And this change in the last 3 rounds has been great. They've just not been starting every round 50 health by, you know, Bait just dumped their util insta. There's a difference, right? Apex is throwing retake utility on B. Bait are just double nading down banana every single round. And so Vitality have figured that out. They're waiting it. Now they get car and they get their full health. B execute temptation again. Think of the last B site hit. It was perfect. ZywOo got a double entry, trading flames, and yeah, they botched the post part, but don't need to do that again. It's got to be tempting to just go back into a B execute here in this round. Apex is talking a lot on the cameras. He is off the keyboard, off the mouse. But it does look like they're going up middle.
Timing's everything here because they flash in a re-clear top mid, but that serves as misinfo. Rob's heard the run back, and so Vitality get a move on. Sizzy AWP long side, they'll run right into it. And a sequence forming for Sizzy. A hat-trick of kills, and you'd like to think he's done enough.
Thinks he's dinked him, but it's only 8 damage. Still need this kill. Player in the site spotted. ZywOo trying to squeeze his shot out. Robs has cover, but it's the bomb down on long with 15 seconds. And unless they overpeak, Robs cannot win this round. They will not make that mistake, and Robs will have to save. This is bait. On to 11.
Counter-terrorists win.
I mean, the resilience on display is fantastic. Sizzy, what a sequence. So I've just kind of been lying in wait in a lot of these rounds. They've had creative solutions to try and get past the Sizzy AWP, but finally given open sight lines, no util to punish, and just gets to go on a tear. That's you know, the youngest player in the competition at a very pivotal moment under a lot of stress, saving the day for bait, and now they tie this game up all over again. Money in a weird spot for Team Vitality. This was not where you thought bait would stake their claim to this series.
Yeah, you wonder if Vitality thought they'd done enough to put Sizzy on that B bomb side to go long when you know he's definitely got that AWP is such a risky move. But feeling like that early banana take with a lot of util could have drawn a third player over. Bait don't fall for the conditioning. It is that one young man that has kept bait in this game. Rob's hands off his AK. What can ZywOo do? And there's that double nade they've been doing every round. Ouch. Robs might need that back. Again, no bomb here. But it seems like Vitality are so tempted by the prospect of this B site. It's almost like Vitality just don't want to be too obvious and just going for the B execute, but it just feels like the best play at this point in the game. They've got so little util, low health. You know you can win it off of 2 entries. Oh, that's just criminal. And ZywOo do more.
But look at how bait just aren't budging.
Yeah, they're not falling.
They are not moving. Like it's a spam kill. You're thinking that Sizzy might move out of position.
Oh, they're coming back.
Bomb's coming back. Because ZywOo's taken all this space.
He needs his kill, though. And now he's not got it. Now they're scared.
Still, you know you're only looking out for Alex. You got 15 seconds. You got to be clean here on the push. Back of the site. Alex knows 1 kill could be enough here. Rotates a little ways away. But it's Alex that they've got to get past.
Oh,
Flashes, give the cover. Bomb goes down, gets planted, and there's still a chance here for Vitality.
Robs is so late.
Really out of the picture, but he's trying to make up for it, closing him fast. How much time can Apex buy? Rops arrives, lines up the shot, but the Deagles let him down. Apex has got to do this, and with the captain removed, bait have pulled it off. Map point goes their way.
Oh my goodness, I've never seen Robs miss that in my life. Back turn Deagle, we've seen it. But bait, map point on Inferno, 9-3 in the hole. Out of position entirely as Vitality go back to B. And still they secure it in the post plant. That is ridiculous. This has been a roller coaster for Vitality from the highest highs on that CT side. And that one missed shot for Robs will cost them everything. Could this really be a 3-mapper?
From 9-3 on the half as well. Nades brutalize Vitality at the bottom of Banana. And so again, they're starting this round, this final round of regulation, with 2 players a shot away from death. There's the nade to get rid of Mezzi. Advantage rests with Bait. They're looking for the knockout blow. It's a quick reaction out towards B. ZywOo waits for the smoke. Tries to scale in, tries to scale over. Orb not able to stop him. Spam will connect onto Apex, and so you're left looking on here if you're Vitality. If you want to seal the deal on the series in a 2-0 fashion, if you want to make it to overtime, you've got to rely on your trusty duo. It's ZywOo and Robs, but they've struggled in these post plants. Bait move in. ZywOo dead first, and Robs felled. It's Bait running away with this. 9-3 to Team Vitality. Bait managed to hold themselves together, and they launch one hell of a comeback. This series now is going the distance. Playoffs still to be decided.
Yeah, and it's clear right there that Vitality are not firmly in control of this.
Steal it away with an excellent show of resilience, but this series is not done. It culminates on Dust2, home ground for Vitality, their best map. 51-8 with this roster. It is absolutely a pillar of consistency for Vitality until lately. Back at the Clone Major, Harry. 3 losses in a row, all at the Major, including to the Falcons in that playoff match they were eliminated in. So Team Vitality, like we saw Bait come back to the drawing board of Mirage, hope they've had a look at Dust coming into this event.
Yeah, I think, you know, for Bait, it's obviously a huge, huge show of resilience, kind of a testament to this squad and how much they've been growing, but you don't win the series on that second map, right?
No.
You have to keep it going, and this is going to be versus a Vitality that might now have a bit of a fire lit beneath them, because this is not where they're supposed to be encountering problems. Playoffs on the line on the back of this series, and in this pistol, Vitality will have a bomb plant, even with some missed util in there. It's down to a 5v5 retake.
Where are they going then? All together. Cat flash. Robs is lurking with the P250. He's going to come in late on this backstab. He might even find this kit down lower, but Sizzy goes CT instead. Headshot as they cross in. Lots of Glocks, but pistols, USPs at range. It's up to the man in the sight. ZywOo holding strong with a multi-kill. But instead, everybody comes in and picks it up. Flames is double, in fact. And Vitality with that pistol after all. Not afraid in that post plant of Vitality.
No, I mean, I think the thing that made this Vitality when they were the undisputed world #1 so impressive was just that, you know, that they could always bounce back. In the few cases that they had anything go against them, they would be able to brush it off in between maps. Hell, there was a long period where they were literally winning everything. And so, you know, I don't think they're going to crumble here because they gave up a big lead. They can't afford to slow down at all. This B hit has worked wonders. And so save called for this bait squad straight away.
It's also just such a comfortable place to be, right? Even though these two
Yeah,
teams
right,
are the polar opposites, right? Vitality 3 losses at the major. Bait got 3 wins in the major on this map, all 3. So, you know, that's a good sign, but this is still such a high floor for Vitality on a map like this. It's a conversation we were even having yesterday about how, you know, just a couple of teams, there are a couple of teams that can make this map consistent. Most rosters struggle. Vitality and Spirit, and more recently Falcons, definitely been able to do so. So saved weaponry. They get another go with this FAMAS.
Terrorists win.
No spawns in this round, so will have to be something more default for Vitality.
I mean, it is just a series that kind of gets crazier the more you think about it. The idea that, like, it's actually been bait in the position of 2-0 this series.
Oh, yeah.
Had multiple chances on Mirage, ended up going to overtime. Vitality kind of squeezing it out. Come back from the big deficit on Inferno. You don't want that to all be forgotten about in a decisive third map.
That kill relieves a lot of pressure on the maps. Is he not able to pot any more scout shots in middle? Vitality with options available. Go up catwalk. Bomb still top mid.
And this just feels good, doesn't it, right? No issues on the back of the pistol. You get your conversions, and you were never that stressed. Says he's waiting to get his hands on that AWP. Had some very influential moments across this series. And with 5 alive for Vitality, can't say for certain ZywOo's going to bring his out straight away. It looks like Vitality thinking about it, and yeah, he will. Dropping a Galil over. So none of the SMGs, it's not a bonus round. They don't want to give Sizzy the chance to work solo with an AWP.
I think at this point, the only thing that would reassure me is just watching Vitality kind of just bash through this game, right? In both halves. Otherwise, it does certainly present some worries, even in a playoff qualification. A lot of teams have looked shaky so far in Paris. Spirit haven't been a certainty by any means. Mao's even struggling right now. The Foot, the latest event winners in Mao's.
I mean, not to mention, like, you kind of came into this event eyeballing a handful of teams. Spirit, Vitality, Falcons. And yeah, you could even make, you know, an argument for a squad like a Mouse. But we've seen stumbles from all of them apart from the Falcons. I want to feel like a bunch of the heavy favorites for the event kind of have all these questions around them. Looking at those playoffs. Ooh. This one,
oh no,
a mow down for Bait as they nice and easy put a stop to the A hit.
I think if Flames has his gun out, I think they just set up nicely to win that round. There's a really good chance to get that second trade, put the bomb down, play cat. Those are the rounds Vitality excel at, but Flames pulls Util out thinking he has a bit more respect. And MPL does not give it away. Nice setup for Bait to re-swing off that flash. And able to stop the A hit.
They do so convincingly. And, you know, I think one thing you've seen just from the pistol out of this Bait squad is they're always kind of looking for ROPs on these lurks. That's nice for Sizzy. Love that.
Apex just crouching.
Oh,
oh
will he get away? Just about escapes.
This nade smashes ROPs as well. Good time for City to get going here. Looking for back-to-back rounds for Bait, keeping their money alive. Putting the captain back in his chair. Take a watch from the sidelines. Oh, he's quick. One more. ROPs won't give it away. Or maybe he will. Looks simple-esque there.
That was a really clean sequence. I mean, this whole round has just come down to the Sizzy AWP involved from the get-go, peek out through short to find Apex, and with the reposition has just won the round on his own.
Yeah, he's clearly trying to let his team know.
Plus, you know, I think you already had some good moments from Sizzy back on Inferno. That 3K over towards long, like really being the one that kind of takes the cake. But, you know, you take an AWPer off of Inferno, you put them on Dust2. They want to be a lot more involved than they get to be on that second map. And Sizzy just from the get-go, soon as he could buy the AWP, looked to make it known.
Apex doing a lot of talking in the save. Trying to get his team activated.
Counter-terrorists win.
I mean, he's probably feeling a little pissed, to be honest. Like, can't quite believe how this is starting already. Wanted to just get on a Dust2, get a clean break, begin this kind of streak of rounds, feel like you could leave everything else in the rear view, but that's not what's happening. Bait showing up in fighting form.
And the way that we introed this series was how one-sided this head-to-head is. Let me just recount it, because in the last 3 maps these two teams have played, they haven't gotten more than 8 rounds, Bait. They've never won a map against Vitality. They played back at Budapest last year. Played at Atlanta a couple months ago. So this is a very different looking Bait. We talked about them leveling up come Cologne. The coach factor as well. Keeping them calm. You know, remember they choked map 1. And they looked like they were just about to get washed out of Inferno, but continuing to show resilience against one of the world's best. Alright, ZywOo trying to take control of this round now. Thrusting himself into some fights, but nothing's getting given away here. Sizzy is back at long, and Bait have fallen back into their round-ending setups. You want it, come get it. So mid to B is the port of call here for Vitality.
No one really in position to keep an eye on this from the A side of the map. Don't have a player in CT, so it is just these 2 B site men for Bait having to stop the entirety of Vitality. Kenzazor and Essential have their work cut out for them. High flash provided by ZywOo. Kenzazor peeks, gets them back turned. And with Essential holding onto the doors, this one goes nowhere quickly. ZywOo left saving his AWP again. Beta tying this game up straight away.
It's rare to see ZywOo have the wrong read there, right? But he goes back to hold the long push or the short push, waiting to see if they flanked him. If he held the window instead, he'd be able to cover his teammates. They swung out window and picked some of the door players. So, unfortunately, in the wrong position with that AWP. And that's the money still out for Vitality while ZywOo saves his sniper. Already getting the right feel for it yet here are Vitality. Not a gun round to their name. And there it is again.
Well, ZywOo's held onto that AWP for a couple of rounds now, and Sizzy is going to remove it from play.
Sizzy guy is crazy. Just getting better and better every event.
Here's the thing as well, I think ZywOo's coming into this third map like already a little bit cold. He didn't really do anything on Inferno. He certainly wasn't the savior you'd hope he would be. Was largely irrelevant, so maybe cooled off a little bit. Additionally, Vitality are often used to getting like a good deal of respect on Dust2. A lot of teams fear playing them on it, and so you'll see a lot of rounds kind of start like how these last couple have, where they're not looking for like the advanced positioning. They're not necessarily going about the short control. They kind of just get to sit back over here towards T-Spawn while Apex lays out the groundwork for the round. And they almost wait for their opponents to get to those like round-ending positions like we saw in the one prior. But Sizzy's been constantly down a push and prod. Like, he's kind of changing the idea that you would give the Vitality squad respect here. Long door push, and it's easily dealt with by Alex. Rob's left with this AWP. It's feeling a little cursed at this point as it survives another round, or at least it's trying to. Robs won't get away with it. And so Bait move into the lead. And these are convincing rounds.
It's not looking good, right? Even on Eco, sure, you don't really expect a lot to happen here for Vitality. Well, not a lot is happening, and POVs don't look pretty. Meanwhile, Bait are getting very confident. They're running around. Sizzy's taking shots through the mid doors fearlessly. And I think it's clear at this point, Vitality can't be offering up free picks to this AWP in middle. He is there to take the fight every round. We're going to need multiple door smoke here for Vitality. And maybe just something punchier here, because the slow drawn out rounds, they're getting picked apart. So I was on a scout. Some great moments here from Bait. Can they keep them up? Even ZywOo won't take on middle initially. Checks lower. Sizzy's up on shorts.
Seen it from him already, right? Sizzy just being hyperactive on his AWP.
Oh, he knows there's an angle there, but ZywOo's not giving it. ZywOo is aware of this position.
Sizzy on the same routing as before, sees that bomb actually dropped out in middle, and he's looking for ZywOo.
There it is.
Who is playing it pacey with the scout.
That is the benefit. You can just AD so fast with that weapon. ZywOo just stays mobile. Sizzy baited into the fight. ZywOo 2 tags will do it. Okay, you got to win this round, Vitality. Got no excuses here. 5v4 on this cat pop.
And they're just going to go flashes to support one entry, and that should be enough. Alex still locked in this fight over towards long. Mezzy hanging around to get his.
Everybody does their job here. And there are no survivors. Full hunted. Don't think they can get that AWP. but Vitality are very happy with the round. Every single player locks in. And that is a crucial entry for Apex, who has been, to be fair, struggling individually this series. He may have broke a record back on Inferno, his own record of utility damage. But still, more rounds to do here for Vitality. It's Bait with the timeout. Bait with plenty more money.
This one feels kind of rough for Sizzy, man. Like, just a round of, like, rough timings for him, right? Vitality never gave him the fights when he was aggressive on Catwalk. He misses that first opportunity on ZywOo. And once kind of ZywOo's got his bearings on you, you're in a bad way. It's a fast long take here for Vitality as they do have the spawns. Flames comes through. ZywOo is going to fall on that smoke break. And Bait put a lot of guns out towards long just to try and slow this one down. Flames around the edge, right into that Sizzy AWP.
So reliable.
Well, he's decided he's had enough of them mid doors. Takes it elsewhere. And now if you were hoping to go B on this, you just get reblocked. Bait start to rejig the setup and they bring Alex back over towards this B site in mid.
Oh no!
Really awkward timing here for Essential. Goes to jump up. Exposed to all three back in the tunnels. Still, big damage has been done. And Bait are already closing in on the backstab. MPL making a move.
Buying a lot of time here. This flank should have a kill, but he is jiggling. It's one shot from death, trying to reposition. Back on car, there's nowhere good to play on low health, but Mezzi catches through the doors. There's the flank, playing with their food. Sizzy just takes a straight up fight and puts that M4 to use. Doesn't matter what gun he's got. Bait have got that round fast on that B retake. And that is despite Essential getting 0 kills on the hold. That is usually a death sentence for B, but he does a lot of damage on his escape. And Bait capitalize.
And dude, like, credit to Bait all across this round. They were so active at every moment. Like, they stopped the long rush because they're so quickly there with multiple players able to shut it down. That removes the whole fake from the round. But even in that mid-round moment where Vitality are grouping B, MPL plays through mid. He has a teammate up on... he pushes short and he has a teammate with him clearing middle. They get the info that mid's open and he instantly begins a lower tunnels flank. Like, they knew that was the B hit even before Essential confirmed it with that spot. They're playing for the win here. There's no doubt about it. This isn't a shrunk down, scared Bait, worried at the success that lies in front of them. They're playing a very active game. Again, making a move early, going to clear the catwalk, and they're rewarded. Apex caught on his own.
Frustrating death as well, and his whole team are getting ready to hit B, but Bait just block it instantly. They don't give a way into this site. Nade is good, but a missed shot. And it's not something Vitality can afford at this point in the round. They are 4v5 down with no map control. From bad to worse here after Apex gets popped. And it's not like Catwalk is suddenly your opportunity. Sizzy is eyes on with the AWP. 2 players on B, long doors taken. Vitality disadvantaged everywhere they go. Mid to B might be their best bet.
They just are never content with sitting back. They're always looking for more. Alex on a long push in behind enemy lines, and he could have a bunch of Vitality players just ripe for the taking here. Deals with ZywOo, rounds over.
Oh, that hurts.
Vitality are getting wrecked.
It does feel like that, right? The score may be close, but keep in mind, that's 1 gun round in this entire game for Vitality. It's one where 4 of the 5 players got a kill.
Counter-terrorists win.
And instead, Bait, just every gun round in their pocket. Vitality only converted pistol.
And whenever Vitality are trying to like have these kind of alternate pressure points, think to the long take or Apex there over towards Cat, like Beta coming up with the solutions. They're dealing with those kind of lurk players very early on to the round. And look at the freedom it gives them. Like, Alex feels so safe in that long doors push. Usually, right, you're worried because Rops is on this team. You got guys that are always lurking through the back line.
Hey, B hits. Set play. Map is quiet. Bait just needed the mid smoke. They might be feeling like this one's coming. 2 players watching that tunnel smoke as Vitality get ready to go.
They haven't started with anyone on short. Instead, they've got Sizzy available as a fast rotation. They had the read for this one, so just a mow down. 2 guns on at the tunnels, a third lying in wait with that AWP here as well. And nothing in this for Vitality.
They were just so ready, weren't they, Bait? I think they're calling that out of spawn. Watch your B site. Sizzy has all the info middle. 2 players holding tunnel smoke. That's a read right there. Bait are calling a great game. And you feel like there's nowhere you can go. If you're not getting the long spawn on this map, and your default's getting crushed by the open mid, and now you try to be exec, you're running out of ideas. The one round they have is that catwalk take. Maybe they need to try and get numbers back up there again.
This is where, like, Sizzy's mobility is causing you some problems, though, right? Like, you would love to because in a bunch of these rounds, Bait are kind of looking for that anti-long rush setup. Then they go back and they go re-clear short. But the fact that Sizzy's just been so mobile, you don't know where he's cropping up. He's fought you on the catwalk. He's fought you in mid.
Esports.
You feel kind of stuck, like you're saying. You're having to play these slow rounds, and while that happens, Bait are making moves and picking you apart.
They just got the 5 worst spawns for long in this round in Vitality. Nothing getting handed to him easy. Gonna have to earn this last round, or Bait will be looking at an 8-4 CT side against the world's best Dust2 team. I want to remind you, 51-8 in the 18 months we've had this Vitality roster.
But the extra, like, worrying caveat there is it's 3 in succession from the major, and this would be the 4th.
Not to this caliber of team.
Exactly, right? Like, I think a lot of the top squads would have still been a little fearful of Vitality's Dust2, envisioning that, you know, the major was a bit of a blotch on their record, that they were going to go and kind of shore up this map again.
They left B to re-clear middle together. They find Apex getting into CT spawn. Now you know this is an A play. Alex is locked in along. That's Sizzy getting a bit jump scared on short. Does miss his shot. Only a tag. Alex in a great position. Last round of the half here, and Bait have the advantage. They're just not ready for a second lurker at long. This should be a trade, but ZywOo can't connect. That's bomb on long. That's a disaster, and that's the round gone in front of your very eyes. There is simply no way to win this one. Alex is playing with his food as it gets closer and closer. So do Bait to this 8th round. And that's it. Domination on this CT side. Bait absolutely besting Team Vitality.
Yeah, 1 gun round in this map for Vitality on that T-half.
Wow.
And if it weren't for the pistol, this could have been even more one-sided.
Yeah, and let me recount those losses that we were just talking about, right? The last one was to the Falcons. They also lost to Maus as well. And 9Z, who we've seen a great Dust2 from, took down Falcons on that very map at Astana. Had a great string of results. So this is a bit of a name out of that category. Not the name you'd expect. Somehow, some way, Bait are doing it, and they're earning it as well. 8-4. I mean, this pistol is a requirement.
Yeah, I mean, Bait are making Vitality look woeful. Like, dude, ZywOo in some of these moments has just felt kind of lost.
Just missing his shots.
Like, it's not the same guy. This is, you know, kind of Counter-Strike's perfect player.
It's also really hard to call this game for Apex. Think about some of the rounds he had on his own, right? He walks out that mid to B smoke, he gets shot in the back. He's on catwalk, he gets flash pushed, you know? Apex is getting disrupted the whole T side. He can never get a lurk off, never find an entry. USPs.
Well, yeah, I'm not. That one ain't on ZywOo. That's bait. Keen with it. Gets his one at least. You'll take that when he's insta-gushed, but now you've got to hold the line.
Careful.
You got two players trapped over towards Gandalf, and Rob's just spamming on this smoke. Flames trying to hold on. Oh, there's the turn for Essential. That's mad. Bait with the pistol.
That's not essential. That's required. Beta here to absolutely melt Vitality on Dust2.
I cannot believe it. Like Vitality thought they had it in the bag. They're pincering him on both sides.
They've done so much damage as well. Of course, ZywOo just gets insta-gooshed, and even with all these whiffs for Bait, it matters not. A flick of the wrist for Essential. And a 1v2, blink and you miss it. Apex tries to put the scout up mid. ZywOo by his side, a viable force buy. But still, Sizzy is not giving them anything. Both scouts hammering middle. And just, you can see ZywOo is just not feeling it. He was on Mirage. He was a demon on that first map. Oh, and now you're getting smoke shot, boys. If it wasn't already bad. Good luck, Robs.
Oh, line up for Robs.
Whoa.
He's made this feel possible, like something crazy could happen. That is a 3K. Leaving it onto Flames, 1v2. Damage onto Sizzy already. So a one-shot to the Deagle or the Scout.
Is there a better gun? Yeah, Khalil picked up, but Flames doesn't like his odds. And saving in this round. Not meant to be. Bait 10-4 up.
I can't believe how clean this is for Bait.
Everything has gone right. It's been a well-called game.
And just like throughout the entire series, they've been the guys applying all the pressure. They're the only team that could have 2-0'd this. Vitality might have been close, but they were never actually in that position where they could have. Bait got to map point first on Mirage. They were able to win on Inferno, and now Dust2, they are just storming the board. And they've been playing the better game. It's been super active. They had the right reads. The individuals are all here. Sizzy is out-AWPing ZywOo every step of the way.
And while I agree with the sentiment of like Bait could have 2-0'd this game because they won Inferno, keep in mind, Vitality had the first map in the bag and they were 9-3 up on Inferno. Bro, they were 4 rounds away from this series being done. Now they're getting obliterated on the third map. So both teams have had their chances, but now Bait are the ones seizing it.
And because Vitality went for that force, you know, their next gun round is coming when Bait are on 11. And if you don't win your first gun round on this CT side, the series is over. Bait are going to the playoffs.
This would put Vitality in a lower bracket game against Linvision for a playoff spot as well, or elimination. Is there anything left in the tank? Flash set up on short. ZywOo and Flames. And this hopeful Galil. Put to use. Back into a mid to be. Oh, what a
That's
spike.
long range for Essential. Robs is here as well. They find Flames in CT before the smoke comes up, and they get past Robs with no issues. So a quick change of direction here for Bait. Put some distance between themselves and that stack. They're on to 11.
Oh dear. Nothing to talk about here for Vitality. They have just never got going in this third and final map. 51-8 on Dust2, about to be 9.
It kind of just feels like you can even see it written on their faces. Like they can't believe this. It feels like they're just on this state of autopilot right now, getting thrown around wherever bait take them.
Yeah, and just the lack of connecting shots to ZywOo in this game has been so apparent. Multiple chances, multiple head-to-heads against Sizzy, losing pretty much all of them. You know, in winnable positions, and nothing connecting. And it's not like anyone else is there to pick up the slack. There's one for ZywOo on the break. Tries it again. Gets revenged by Alex. .4v4 and Bait are licking their lips at the opportunity to not just win this game, but to destroy Vitality. This round would make that a reality. There's only one man home.
Now you hear him going mid to B. You tell Robs, look, you got to do something. You got to put up some big numbers here or else this one's over, and they're saving.
Burning.
Robs burns alive. And so Bait, a clean sweep all the way to the finish line. Save call has to come in for Vitality. If they want anything to play with in this next round, they can't even get close to this bomb site. They've had one gun round in the map.
I don't think that's going up anytime soon. They should save. This would be audacious to even move in, but they go grab the AWP and get out. So 2 AWPs picked up. Vitality grabbing whatever the hell they can. But Bait with the most incredible run on this map. It's one thing to pull back that 9-3 on Inferno. But this is 2 halves of excellence for Bait, where at no point have they let the pressure off, where they let Vitality in. ZywOo gets his 5v4 in middle, he goes back for more, and that death offers up the B side.
Dude, this is Vitality in their like home nation, receiving one of like the worst beatings that this squad's ever received.
Yeah.
One rifle round in a playoff deciding map 3. Dust2, their former, go-to map. And sure, the Major threw up some questions, but you thought they were going to return this season and have Dust2 under wraps. They have been annihilated.
Right.
Robs AWP, good for 1. Mezzy with him, it's a 5v3.
Not a 3v5.
You'd want to say that's enough for Vitality, but nothing's been sacred in this game. Alex sees players crossing. Right now, they're trying to hunt down Robs, but that's smoke in their way. Sizzy will get his. They lose Alex on the lurk. 2 versus 3 now. Molly in at the window. And a push on the back of it. They didn't know. Essential with the craziest move, and it comes down to this. Counter-Strike's perfect AWP versus the young gun, and Sizzy gets it done. Bait are going to the playoffs. A shocking upset as they thwart Vitality, dominating them on Dust2.
On home soil in Paris, Vitality absolutely slip up. They fall flat on their face. A 4th loss in a row on Dust2. Their go-to, their home map, and humiliate.